Hello, Internet. Hello, gamers. Hello, Yonderheim. Yonderheim is correct. It is indeed Stolkier time, as it usually is. I don't, I don't know. I have this habit of muting the BGM for about 2 seconds while I do my paltry intro, and then immediately turning it back on. I don't know. Some content creator I am, as usual. Wow! Congratulations on your 7 stream streak. Speaking of gamers, amazing, truly incredible. Hello, Jerkops. Good to see you as well. Congratulations on having a lower number than you had a second ago. I'm proud of you too. I'm proud of all of you. You're heroes in my book. Um, Today, this may possibly, I'm not going to promise anything, but this may possibly be the last Fate of the Zone stream ever. Uh, I have no idea if that's true, but um, on last stream, I finally, after about 10 quadrillion attempts, fully cleared out old karst cave here to my complete satisfaction. And that means that I have now been absolutely everywhere in the video game, including underground areas. At least to my knowledge. I don't think I've missed anything. Other than the Brain Scorcher. So, that's the goal for today. Get to the Brain Scorcher and clear it out, and if I can do that, I will be satisfied that I have quote-unquote completed Fate of the Zone. Obviously, there's not really any such thing as completing a free play mod, but all good things must come to an end, and that feels like a good one to me. The only other sensible way to finish it is after collecting all 141 artifacts, and I have a feeling that is literally never going to happen. So I'll take my small victories, perhaps. But let's go. I think I pretty much got set up at the end of last stream, but let me just verify. I'm gonna need to. So the reason I've been avoiding, it's kind of funny. I've been all over the place, including Stancia and these far northern reaches, and Limansk and all that. But probably the map I've avoided more than any other is Radar, right in the middle here, because it has the unique property of just hitting you for psi damage constantly. And it gets worse the closer to the Brain Scorcher you are. And it's full of zombies, which are kind of annoying. And they're a little bit trickier than standard issue zombies. So yeah, I've only been through here maybe 3 times or so. Maybe even 2. Because it's kind of an enormous pain in the ass. But I think at this point, I may be ready to do it. But we'll need to get set up in a particular way. You're very pleased with your new e-reader? Oh, that's what you were. I thought you were just excited about the mango. I didn't know it was the device it was on. But nice. I suppose it's got that highfalutin e-ink type stuff. I don't think I've ever had such a device. As stated, there's going to be a donk load of psi damage up there. So, unfortunately, this mod does not really have psi protection in any meaningful quantity. The only thing that can give you psi protection is your armor. And I believe I have a little bit. Oh no, so I don't have any psi protection on this suit. I think on the helmet. Yes, I do have 10% telepathy on the helmet, which, is something. I could get more by switching to a science suit. I believe one of the science suits has like 35% protection, which is, pretty substantially better. But then I'd be wearing a science suit and not an exoskeleton, and my whole kind of existence is predicated on having an exoskeleton on. I'm not going to be lugging around 194 kilograms with a science suit. So I don't think that's really a good idea, or even an option for me. I mean, I could uh, just leave the PKP at home and only go with the AK and drop. I'm sure I could make it work, but I don't want to. So I think let me just double check though. I don't think anything here has better than 10% telepathy. If it does, I might consider it. But I think I looked at this before. And 10% is as good as it gets. Yeah. Yeah, you can only get up to 10% on a standalone helmet, so it would have to be a full-blown science suit. So, no thank you. Instead, what I intend is to just equip all of these ball lightnings. Well, I don't know about all of them, but many of them. And hopefully just cure the psi damage faster than it's coming in. Zdarova, barkeep. Your radio is too loud. I can't hear myself natter. Oh yes, I do need more batteries though. So let's just go to Yantar first thing. I need to get more batteries. Please don't be acid raining. I'm going to cry. Okay. It's not acid rain, it's just radioactive fallout. Which I am fine with. So yeah, I'm gonna have to deal with like constant heavy psi damage and not die instantly. Constant psi damage and obviously people trying to shoot me. So just gonna put on as many Night Stars as I can and as many Ball Lightnings as I can, and we'll see how it goes. But first, batteries. Used to have one back when nooks were new. Ugh. Fuck, I'm old, bros. What prompted you to get the new one? Just to read plain Mango, I guess? I mean, it's as good a reason as any. Probably a better reason than most. I have fully accepted the fact that I'm just gonna cheat every time I go through wild territory. I don't give a fuck. I am over it. I think I went through wild territory legitimately, plenty enough times that I don't have to feel too guilty. Sometimes you just want to get some batteries and not make a whole day out of it, you know? I should have, if I had been thinking, I would have picked up more batteries up in Zaton. They have the best prices, but I was not thinking, as I typically amn't, so here we are. I suppose I don't need to stock up too much, though, because hypothetically I'm about to stop playing this mod. Not that I expect this to be a terribly short stream or anything, because, all I have to do is get up to radar and clear out the Brain Scorcher, but, doing anything in this mod tends to be a bit of an ordeal, so I don't expect it to go swiftly. In fact, I'll be kind of disappointed if it does. I hope it's quite agonizing, because, you know, that would be very appropriate given the whole rest of this playthrough. Or, well, you know, it's not really a playthrough, it's more of a play during. I don't know. I'm not sure what you call a perpetual state of play. Well, I guess it's just a play. This is my Fate of the Zone play. Alright. Sakharov, perhaps for the last time, please speak to me. Please give me bateria. Oh, he's got a lot of them today. Excellent. You can have... What do I need? Wow, a whole 2,800 points. That's crazy. Wow. Okay. I might as well update my hard save here. Well, you know, I don't even have to go back to the bar necessarily, so let me go stand on the roof just to look cool, and let's work out the artifact situation. To get to radar from here, although I'll probably just want to go back anyways. I don't think there's like a more efficient way to get there. No. Okay, let me just... whatever. I don't know what I'm doing. But when have I ever? Have I scoped out any other Stalker mods? No, I haven't really. I'm not sure if I'm gonna... You know, I hadn't really been playing Stalker too much before this, before I picked up Fate of the Zone again, so I'm not sure if I will return to my stalking ways. Or if I'll just stop streaming again after this. I don't know. I will go where the whim takes me. That's all I can say. I do still need to play Stranger Among Strangers 3. But I don't know if I'll play that now or at some other time. I'm not sure. Gonna be heading out soon, so see you later. Alright. Thank you for stopping in, Jerkups. Most likely I will still be live, so catch you then. Have a nice walk. Ow. My ankles. Also, hello, Violet. Sorry, I'm a little occupied. There we go. Hello, darling. I hope you're having a comfy... What is it? Evening, technically? Something like that. Hello, Zamboni. Hello, Polterghost. Hello, Snork. Everybody's coming to the party today. Ah, how exciting. Watching the best streamer. Oh, what, on your other monitor? Hee-haw. Oh god. I'm gonna go down here. You'll perhaps understand why I usually go out of bounds for wild territory. There we go. I love holding W. Oh. Or do I? Yes, I do. Alright, well. That's a little bit nerve-wracking, but... No big deal. Hello, dogs. Goodbye, dogs. In fact, I think I think I can wait and get my stuff set up because I kind of want to use my current setup until I get to radar for the purposes of gold fishery, etc. Is there anything I need to grab before we go the rest of the way? I don't think so. I think I'm pretty locked and loaded. Well, okay. Let's just go for it. So I'm just gonna run through Armijske Sklady. Oh, is it just Armijske? No, it's I also have to go through um Bildo Yantar, which is perhaps a little bit more concerning than the old Sklady. I'm sure it'll be fine though. Actually, I might use my deep zone knowledge here and take a bit of a shortcut, now that I think about it. Yeah, in fact, I will. Assuming I don't have my toes gnawed off here. Go. You got some chocolate. Oh, fancy. Thank you, Violet. See, that's why I modded you. So you can do my dirty work. A fine investment indeed. Yes, so I'm gonna go up here. Yeah, that's the entrance to radar, up here at the top of Builder Yantar. And I could just go that way to Builder Yantar and then run across it, but Builder Yantar is kind of a pain in the tuchus. So I'd prefer not to. Instead, I'll go in here and my frame rate will drop to absolute shit. Okay. As per usual. Magical level changer. So I'll be able to skip like most of Yantar. Not all of it, but hopefully the worst parts at least. And there's a camp of Monolithians kind of guarding the entrance. I could just ignore them, but I feel like, given that this is perhaps my final foray, I might as well kill them again. I think I've killed them twice so far. Oh. Content? Oh, you can see the particle effect. There's an artifact stuck in the ceiling right here. I'm gonna cheat. Ta-da. I don't feel bad about doing that when it's stuck. Although I think no, I don't even want that. Okay, alright, calm down everyone. Chill out, gamers. They're always so excited down here. But if I come over here, I believe I should be able to... Oh, speaking about excited. Should be able to climb up the elevator. I've fallen off here before, so let's not do that. get off this ladder in a very human way. There you go. Okay, I just need to go up here. So let me go ahead and get my stuff sorted out. I will just put this... Oh yeah, I'm gonna have to do some... Maybe I should have brought another box. I don't want my things to be stolen, so perhaps I'll climb up here. Okay. Perfect. So, I'm gonna have to switch my whole setup around. Let's put these away for a second. So what I need is, instead of all these gold fission, just put all those up. I want night stars. Ideally enough to get to 100%, which I definitely have enough. I don't think I need all 10 of them. Let me take those out for a second. Okay, so I may have to do some math here. In fact, yes, I'm gonna pull up my cellular telephone. Just put a couple of these on so I don't die while I'm doing math. Okay, I'm just gonna put these on from like most to least protective and add them up until I get to 100%. Calculator.app. So, let's start. 14.65 plus 14.40. Oh, yeah, wait. Chat, I'm stupid. I can just look at the screen. Or actually, I kind of can't because it combines the... Never mind, I cannot, actually. I don't think. Although I should recall that I've also got this thing on. I think that's the only other bullet protection I have. Assuming I'm not mistaken. Yeah. Okay. So I'm just going to take this as a given because I do want to have that as well. 9.30. Okay. So this is 38.35 so far. Let's continue. 14.6. Wait, I'm already losing track. I thought I had 3 of these on. Chat, am I stupid? I might be stupid. I think I am almost definitively stupid. 14.6, 14.65. Okay, I just typed one of them wrong. I'm gonna have to start over already. Wow. Incredible. 14.65. I swear I know how to count. 14.6. 9.30. Okay, there we go. Holy moly. Okay, there's the 14.4. Alright, we're at 50% already. Very nice. 13... Uh-oh. 13.85. Let's see. 13.6 is probably the next best, yeah. Okay, that's 80%, so I just need 2 more, basically. Don't have to do the math, actually. Here, let me just... Like, hypothetically, I could... Because, you know, really what you want is to have, like, the lowest radiation while still getting over 100%, but, like, you know... It's kind of a challenging optimization problem that I don't think I'm prepared to solve right now. Okay. Regardless. Good lord. Can you guys quiet down there? I'm trying to think here. Well, I suppose I can't really blame them. Okay. Come on, I think there's just one left. You can do it. I believe in you, gamers. Oh. I swear I was just about to help. Totally. Okay. So. I am now, like, perfectly neutral on radiation, but boy, this is kind of a lot of... kind of a lot of night stars, isn't it? I mean, you know, it's only 7 as opposed to 10, so that's nice, but... Come on. Please. Okay, I'm gonna quick save now that I've at least worked out this part. Maybe I should have picked a less exciting spot to do this. Okay. How many of these guys are there? Well, at least 2 more, I guess. At least 3 more, pardon me. Of course. See, now you understand why I wanted to take the underground through Bildo Yantar. Because it can be kind of like this sometimes. Okay, I think they got it. Lovely. So. I need to figure out a good balance of, so I've got my bulletproof sorted out now, but I also have all of these ball lightnings that I need to fit in somewhere. It may be the case that I have to sacrifice a little bit of bulletproof and not be 100% invincible. Tragically. The problem with these ball lightnings, you can see my health is now quite rapidly going down. That is something I will have to contend with. But I would like to fit as many of those on as I can, so... Let me see. How many of these can I just get rid of? These artifacts. Like, I have this for minus 13 rads, but I have many things that are much better than that, so... Switch that for this. I do want a little bit of overhead, but like... So like this is a good artifact, but it's plus 6.8 psi health, whereas these are, you know, 10 plus. And I don't probably need the endurance because I'm getting that for free from these, so I think I can take that off. This, you know, it's a little bit worse than one of these, but it doesn't have the health penalty, so it's kind of nice. I'll keep that one. This I'm definitely going to keep as well. What this? This is pretty comparable psi health, but for endurance instead, which is honestly kind of a better penalty, so keep that. This gives me a lot of minus bleeding, which I'm definitely going to want. Let me see. Minus 25, 24.7. Just make sure I have whatever the most efficient one of these I have is what I should be using. Although I think 25 is a really good roll on that, so probably not going to beat it, no. Oh, but this one gives me a bit of psi health. So I guess I'll take both of those. This can be my one anti-bleeding thing, which will cover... Well, actually, if I'm using these, then this is not enough to cover the bleeding. So I guess with this it is, but just barely. So I'm not going to have much surplus, unfortunately. Okay, so let's find out which one... I mean, I definitely want to keep these. For sure, for sure. So let me find out which ones of these I actually want to use. I can probably... might be able to trim down on the number of souls I'm walking around with. And also I can have some in my pocket, which is fine. These I'm definitely not going to have room for. Oh, although, you know, these anti-bleeding things, I can carry them in my backpack, and they will help a little bit, if not that much. So, which of these do I want to use? Okay, I 100% want to use that one. It's a crazy roll. That one is quite bad as far as the health regen is concerned. These two are pretty good. Let me put the rest of these up. Or actually, I'll put them in the wooden box so I can look at them more easily. I guess I can just hold all these in my pockets too. They'll help a little bit. Sure. So right now my health regen is in the positives. Good. That's where I like it to be. Okay, it's just barely negative now. So if I take out all of these and just hold on to them, now I've got health recovery 18, so I should be able to fit. Now these are all over 18, so I guess I can't really. Although, you know what I can do? I don't have to equip all these necessarily, just having them in the backpack will help a little bit. So I'm still positive on health. If I equip any of these, I'll go negative, I believe. Yeah. So I can't really afford to equip any more of these, unfortunately. But I can just do this type of thing. Just have them in my inventory. which does leave me a couple slots free for grenades, which is kind of nice. So, my rads are in the negative, my health is in the positives, so is my stamina. And what about my psi restoration? Okay, I've got psi restoration 80, so, you know, it's pretty good. Is it enough? I'm not sure. But I think this will be a good first try anyways. I honestly don't know exactly how much psi damage you take in radar. It seems like kind of a lot once you get to the deeper parts of it. So I may need to reconsider. It's possible I'm over-prepared as well. That'd be nice. But I may need to go back and try to squeeze in some more psi regen, but we'll see. I think this is good enough to try. Oh god, streaming for 40 minutes already. It takes so long to get so little done in this mod. At least when you're me. I think I've concluded actually that I'm not going to bother killing all these guys again. I just don't care that much. I want to get to the juicy stuff. Hello, Cyborg Core. Good to see you. This mod features Giga custom maps. Oh wait, this is Alpha Enter. Yeah, it's got, this mod has a lot of maps, but none of them are new to the mod. And hello, Shamesh. Good to see you as well. Yeah, I'll pull up the map in a second here. Wow, very cool loading screen. I love purple square. But yeah, so we've got like the usual Buildo maps like Buildo Yantar and generators and Buildo garbage and all that. And then we've got your usual mod maps like ATP and Binyevka and you know, all of the various soup caves, etc. So it's got a fair few, and it's got all the Clear Sky and Call of Pripyat maps. So it's got a lot of maps, but yeah, none of them are actually original. They're all pretty much the maps that every mod that has a bunch of custom maps have. And hello, Raydon, as well. Good to see you, Triply. Ow, I'm on fire. So typically there's a squad of Zombonis right here, but I don't see anybody. Huh. That's weird. They all gonna spawn up my ass and kill me instantly? I guess not. Weird. Okay. Ah. Here's some friends. You finished Vector of Alienation the other day? It was so good. Oh, was it? I haven't, I think I made a translation for it at some point, but I didn't actually, like, play it. I've heard good things, though. I'm glad you liked it. I don't really need to worry too much here because I do have 100% bulletproof protection. But I never like taking damage. Or, well, not taking damage, but I never like getting hit regardless. Because it messes up my suit. My precious, precious exosuit. Ugh, performance here is really not great. Although you can say that about most maps in this mod. I don't think I'm even going to bother looting, because, you know, at this point, what do I need? Not much. I guess for that matter, I don't even need to bother killing these guys, but... Okay, so you, okay, now you're gonna start seeing what's actually going on in this map. Every time my vision goes all wibbly, there's a bit of a delay to it. It seemed to happen like twice back to back, and now it's just chilling. I don't know exactly what the interval is, or if it's semi-random, or how precisely it works. Let me just see how long it takes to happen again. Or maybe I walked out of the psi zone. Let me go over here. Or maybe it's just stopped for some reason. Ah, that beautiful clanking noise. That means their guns are too low caliber to get through my armor. I am strong. Okay, there you go. So I take a little side damage once in a while. And then, because I have a lot of recovery, it clears up pretty quick. So that's kind of the whole plan here. I can't avoid taking it, but I can at least get rid of it quickly. But we're still at the very edge of things here. So it's only going to get worse. OLR3, on the other hand, just feels like pure suffering for no reason. I never, I recall OLR and its cousins were very popular back in the day. Never really played those either. I was never much of a Buildo guy, really. It's a bit of a... I've played a lot of strange mods, but Buildo in particular is one kind of genre that I just never got into. Feels like a bit of a blind spot in my cultural understanding. Kind of love to use a grenade here, but I don't think it'll do much. You know, I'm not sure if these guys can throw grenades. I think they might be able to. They're kind of fancy zombies. Quite a pixel hunting minigame we're playing here. I could barely see these guys, so I'm sure y'all can't. I hear a zombie speaking to me. Probably on the ground back there or something. Let me get my scope on. I think there's a guy right there. Yeah. Oh. Forgive me. Well, these zombies might be a little fancier than usual, but they're not much more observant, are they? Oh, there you are. Very well hidden. Also, my cat is has finally heard me speaking, and he's now yowling at the door, wanting to come in. As per usual. In fact, let me go. I'm gonna go let the cat in. 1 second. Alright. Well, the cat has come in. He has not quite decided what he wants to do about that just yet. Come here, Mr. Guy. Not on the table. Not on the table. That's where the gaming is. Okay. I have acquired Lap Cat. Now I can begin truly gaming. At least if he doesn't get in the way too much, which I'm sure he's going to try to. Oh yeah, he's he's immediately draped himself across my mouse arm, so if you thought my aim was bad before, just you wait. It can always get worse. Really? Is that as far as I can zoom? Wait, that's not a guy, that's a shadow. Oops. Help, I'm stupid. Yesterday you were finishing up a Dalchan and radar was filled with invisible anomalies. Oh, is that, is there an update to Dalchan? What version was that? Dalchan 8? That's the one I played, I think. Some while ago. Ah, 8, okay, yeah. I don't remember Invisible Anomalies part, but it was quite a while ago that I played that, so I wouldn't necessarily. Where are all the dudes? There's usually like a ton of dudes here. Hello? Dudes? I thought I was in the dude zone. Oh, there's the dude. Okay. Finally, a dude. Oh, okay. I have discovered the dudes. They're just kind of hanging out, I guess. Oh. No thank you, I don't need more side damage, I've got plenty. Okay, so now we're, things are going pretty easy up until now, but I can already feel the side damage ramping up, so this might start getting very annoying. Bruh. Oh, there you are. He's so sneaky. I've still got, oh. It looks like I've still got enough regen to, match pace with the side damage I'm taking, but it does mean that my vision is just going to be wibbly, like, a lot of the time. Which is pretty annoying. Even if it's not lethal, necessarily. Oh? Hello? Boy, it is really hard to aim with this frame rate. I know, I'm Johning. Forgive me. And if the frame rate gets better, then I can just start blaming the cat instead. It's a flawless plan. Oh. Oh, I think that was a zombie on the ground type sound, yeah. Oh. Oh. Hey, buddy. It's kind of nice having a 100% bulletproof, isn't it? Deep, immersive gameplay. Okay, so you can see we're kind of getting to the point now where just as soon as I recover from one Psy Blast, I take another one. Although, well, not all the time. It's very inconsistent. Maybe there is some randomness to it, I'm not sure. Yeah, like, see, there, I took 2 hits almost back to back. In fact, 3 hits back to back. But now I'm not getting hit. Oh, there's one. Yeah, the timing seems to change a bit. Strange. Well, I can still afford to just take it slow, so no problem yet. Other than it being kind of annoying. Also, welcome back, Jerkups. Hope you had a nice walk. Congratulations on your epic streak. Whoa. To be honest, now that I think about it, so I am taking a little bit of durability damage, if not health damage. Since I am, at least for the moment, immune to all damage, why am I even shooting these guys? Why don't I just run through? Because that's not very fun, that's why. Asked and answered. Oh. Hey, buddy. Yeah, I think we're pretty much just gonna have to get used to perpetual wibbly screen. So, I hope you like it. Somebody's shooting me with a shotgun, but I'm okay with that. Go ahead and get my ammo sorted out. Well, so far so good. I was a little bit worried about whether the damage would ramp up fast enough that my regen wouldn't be able to take care of it, but I may have overestimated how strong the side damage here really is, or perhaps underestimated how kind of roided out I am at this point. Or both. As long as these hits don't get frequent enough that it starts actually stacking up. Although they are getting pretty frequent. Owie. My eyeballs hurt. I don't think I should have to worry about running out of ammo or anything. I didn't bring a ton extra, but I shouldn't be doing a ton here anyways. I believe that's a jumping pseudo-giant up there. It looks a little bit on the small side. Oh my god. Hudson. You're adorable, but he's really doing his absolute best to make sure I can't move my arm at all. We are 100% wrist gaming right now. What a goober. Don't call yourself a true Fate of the Zone expert until you've beaten it with a cat restricting you. Okay. I want a quick save here, but I'm being looked at. Chat, help! I'm being observed. I can't quick save. Oh, actually, you know, I think, if I recall, I believe taking the psi damage makes you count as like being in combat. So when I'm up here and I'm getting hit this frequently, I might just never be able to quick save because I'm always in combat. Kind of forgot about that. That's a little bit annoying. What is the code for this? I forget. Let me go. I'm gonna go cheat on the internet. Sorry, toxic. I don't think I'm gonna be able to find this code in the actual game, so I don't feel too bad about it. Uh, 1287975. Apparently. Is that right? I don't know. 1287975. Well, maybe not. Have I been trolled by Reddit? Oh my god. Maybe that's a different door. 128, yeah, no, it should be 1287975 apparently. It might just not be, it might not be set up to actually work in this mod. Most likely. Oh, but I can quick save here. How nice. You're unsubbing. I know, I'm sorry. I'm a fake gamer. Well, actually, the code didn't work, so I didn't even cheat, if you think about it. Oh yeah, I can't even make a... I'd like to make a hard save here. But I can't even do that because I'm in combat. But I think if I just wait... Because the interval is kind of random here, if I just wait until... I go long enough without getting hit, then I'll be able to save. I don't know if this is an intended gameplay mechanic. This interaction between the psi damage and the save system. It feels a little bit jank, dare I say. Okay. There we go. Pardon my metagaming. Oh, Hudson, you're a very heavy baby when you say it like that. What? Oh, it's not a... Huh. I thought this was a jumping pseudogiant, but no, it's just a very small... It's a pseudo-gigon hatchling, of course. My mistake. Kinda curious. So you can see my psi health here. So it's doing almost 20%. You can see my recovery is very fast. And this is why, because it's doing like 20% psi health with every tick at this point. 18% precisely. So a lot of the time, if I get a long cycle like this, I'm fine, but... Yeah, oftentimes I just barely get back to 100 before it hits me again, so... If it gets much worse than this, I might have to start worrying about it. We'll see. Should probably spend less time pre-worrying and just, you know, worry if it actually becomes an issue. Oh, dog. Oh. Oh, right. Wake up, monolithians. So it's zombies all the way through the rest of the map, but I guess there's actual monolithians up here at the complex. Makes sense. Oh, in fact. I see 3 more on the scouter. Oh, and they see me too. Honestly, I kinda don't feel like fighting these guys with my vision constantly spinning around every 3 seconds. I'm sure I could do it, but it's not amazing gameplay. Hey, big guy. Maybe I'll just skip. I can always kill him on the way back out. And I'll take this off here. Now, you might think that perhaps once you actually get inside the Brain Scorcher, you don't have to put up with this psi damage thing anymore. And that was my assumption the first time I desperately ran up here and tried to duck inside, but unfortunately, as I recall, you get hit just as hard while you're inside as you do outside. So we are going to remain in wibbly mode. I believe, anyways. Oh, Hudson. I was just about to shoot that guy in the head, and then Hudson decided that was a good opportunity to adjust and throw my aim off. Cat! Stop, what are you doing? You're... Oh my god. This cat is so annoying. Okay, there we go. Side damage confirmed. You know, I love him. He is baby. He's also very annoying. These things are not mutually exclusive. Okay, unfortunately, here's what I was afeared of. You can see I am now... Yeah, I'm getting hit hard enough that my artifacts don't even keep up anymore. Wow, this is quite rough, isn't it? So I'm just gonna die in a few more ticks. You know, they're fighting valiantly, but it's a losing battle, I'm afraid. Although it's pretty close. Okay, so you see, if I get a long interval like this, then I make some headway. But then, if I get a few back to back, I'm gonna have problems. So, unfortunately, I don't have a lot to spare in terms of my setup here. But let me put on this, and I'll need to compensate it with a health artifact. Oh, that's a good one. Okay. So now I'm up to 90 regen. Can I make room for another one, maybe? I may have to start sacrificing my perfect bulletproof protection to have a little more, Oh, yeah, okay. I'm gonna... We're definitely gonna have to load up a bit more. And I really hope this doesn't get even worse as we go deeper in. Uh-oh. It's getting spicy. So I'm gonna have to probably ditch some bullet protection. And that also means that I'm gonna have to add on some health regen, which means I'm gonna have even less bullet protection. But all I can do is do my best, so I shall. Let me find, like, the worst one of these. Okay. I'm gonna take this one off to make a little room. Then I'm gonna put this on and this on. And then I'll need some regen, ideally without a huge penalty to it. This one is really good. Okay, am I still positive health, negative rads? In fact, I could maybe even give up some anti-rad somewhere. I could give up that, but I like the bulletproof. We'll stick with this for now. Okay. So everything's good, and I'm up to 100 psi restoration now, which, you know, pretty solid, at least in theory. But, you know, even still, it's going to struggle to keep up, but I'll just do my best. I would love to quick save if I can, so I don't have to do that setup again. There we go. Alright, let's proceed. Oh, also, I guess I gotta worry about anomalies, of course. I will need to be a little bit more aware of being shot in the face now. I'm not just gonna be invincible to absolutely everything. Tragic, I know. Pretty sure I killed that guy. Yes, I did. Good. Oh god, I can't see anything. Let me just... Maybe this will just turn into a... Wait, well, I can't... I was going to throw a grenade, but I can't, because I don't have any slots free to equip grenades. God damn it. This is going to get real awkward. Is that even a guy? I don't know. Hard to say. Oh, that's a guy. Okay, well, I'm not gonna... Oh? No. Absolutely not. I could... You know, I could, of course, crank up my, my regen even a little higher, but I'd have to sacrifice more bulletproof, and I don't want to, so... I think what I'm gonna do is just try to push forward like this. And if the psi health gets truly dire, then I'll just pop some meds instead. Kind of at the whims of fate at this point, though. Definitely that science suit would have helped quite a bit at this point. But, you know, then I'd be even more vulnerable to bulletproof and everything, so I don't think it's worth it overall. But maybe something to consider for when you're all doing your playthroughs of Fate of the Zone. Okay, so like I'm in the deep yellow. I'm just gonna take a med. Give the artifacts a little extra help. I can't see fucking anything yet. Sorry. I hate to say it. I'm blind as a bat. It's a pretty rough gameplay experience. It must be a horrible viewing experience too. Oh. Oh, okay. Huh. Interesting. I know I dropped my bulletproof a little bit, but holy cow. I guess at anything less than 100%, you are putting yourself open to just being instantly killed at any time. It's a certified fate of the zone moment right there. Good lord. I have to become the world's best cross-eyed gunfighter. TM. This is so dreadfully unpleasant. Why did I decide to do this? I've made a mistake. Oh god. Side damage is getting a little bit high. Yeah, quite a bit high actually. Let me take some more peels. I don't know. I'm hoping that, at least now that I'm in the facility, it won't get any higher while I'm going through here. It's bad enough as it is, so if it just stays this bad, then I think I can make it. If it gets too much worse, we might have a legitimate issue here. Oh, good lord. Help. More pills. Oh, god. Okay, so that one... Oh, maybe the... I might have actually died to side damage last time. Might have just been bad timing. But yeah, if you let your psi health get all the way to 0, then you just die instantly, so... There's that, too. Maybe let me revisit the artifact situation, because this is pretty rough. I might have to sacrifice even more. Let's see. I mean, I still need to keep my rats negative as well, of course. Let's see, can I lose that input on that? I think I'm going to be maybe... Okay, I'm still barely in the positives for health, so... Up to 111 regen now. My bulletproof is much worse, of course, but that's fine. Alright, let's try that. Gonna wait for the... You know, I thought the interval was random, but it almost seems like it's on a cycle, just kind of a weird cycle. Because, like, there always seems to be a particularly long cycle at some point. Which is just long enough that you can quick save in the middle of it. But I don't know, maybe it is random. It's not a cycle, they just periodically get lucky enough. Oh, you know, I guess what I could do is, I could just leave and re-enter the bunker to just kind of cheese it and get a free autosave. Yeah, maybe I'll just do that. That's silly. but I am silly. So there. It's actually, it's going to be kind of worrisome. Like, if this gets up to the point where they're doing like, 50% per tick, then if I just get a bad interval where you get two back to back really quick, then, I'm just going to die immediately, even if I have very high regen. Hopefully it doesn't get that bad, though. Let me see how much I'm actually taking now. So 100% down to... Oh. Do you not take any when you're right at the door here? That's good to know. Maybe. Possibly. Not entirely sure what's going on. Oh no, there I took one. Maybe it's just got a bit of a warm-up period. Yeah, I think so. So I think I'm taking about 25% now. Yeah, around about 25%. Pretty bad, but still tolerable. Hello. Did you not notice the exploding barrel right in front of you? No, I guess not. Boy, these guys don't notice much at all, do they? Some of these fellows have strong enough armor that I can only headshot them. Hmm. Could have sworn there was a second guy in here before. Maybe he already went up the staircase. Okay, once I clear out this room, I'm going to stop for a second and see if the damage has gotten worse, because it kind of feels like it has. Although it's hard to say for sure. Holy cow. It really feels like it has. Gonna be horrible for my accuracy stats. Okay. Yeah. Ouchies. Oh yeah, I was down to 30% there. That's kind of the danger zone. It's a bit hard to judge. I think I went from like 85 to 60 there. So that's still just 25%. So maybe it hasn't gotten worse. Although, it could be that the interval is getting faster. Not certain about that. Oh. I can't see. Oh my god. Yeah, I think I'm pretty sure something's changing here because it was not this bad at the beginning. So. Oh dear. And we've still got quite a ways to go. I'm getting a little worried. Maybe that science suit will be a necessity after all. Although what I could do, hmm. So what I could do is I could go all the way through Red Forest and, kill everybody, clear it out as much as possible in the exosuit, and then go back and get the science suit, and only have to do the inside part with that. Although I really don't favor doing anything with it. Well, and now that I think of it, there is kind of a secret third option, which is to just put all of the bulletproof back on so I'm invincible again. And then just sprint through the entire complex all the way to the end while chugging psi meds to stay alive. And hypothetically, if this was a sensible video game, maybe if I got to the end I would be able to turn off the device and then take my time coming back out. I have a strong inclination that it's not like that. I doubt you can just turn it off at the end. But maybe. Won't know until we get there. Yeah, I'm just gonna have to be very, very aware of the brain points here. Oh yeah, they're already horrible. Jesus. I can squeeze out a little bit more regen, but I'm kind of reaching the limit of that, honestly. And I am pretty sure at this point. Oh, my health is going down too. My health is in the positives. I don't know why I'm taking so much damage. It's weird. Oh, actually, no, I think those psi meds make you take damage. Because, of course they do. Okay. Alright, let me just back up a little bit here. Try to get things under control. Yeah, these psi meds I'm using also deal damage to you. Because, obviously. Why wouldn't they? How fun is Brain Scorcher on a scale from fun to I'm ending it? Well, I feel like with most things in this mod, it's not really fun at all. But it is kind of meta fun. I don't like it, but... Or rather, I don't enjoy it, but I do like it. It's kind of where I'm at with Fate of the Zone. And this is a pretty distinct crystallization of that philosophy. I'm about to die. Please. Okay, I think... Okay, I have cleared out this whole place. So, you know what, we're gonna get a little cheesy here. I apologize, but... You know, desperate times. I'm gonna go back to the beginning and just farm another save. I would just quick save if I could, but... kind of restricted in that regard. I don't think this is too unfair. Also, I might as well just kill these guys while I'm thinking about it. There's somebody in here. Might not have a line of sight, though. Yeah, I guess not. Okay, I'm gonna go back and get a quick save. Or, well, an auto save, but functionally a quick save. It's the best I can do. This wobbly, blurry vision is devil's work. Yeah, it's pretty freaking bad. This is why I was avoiding this place for so long, because I knew it was going to be rough, even under the best of circumstances. I hate being right. Oh, I may have to make this cat get up in a moment. He's kind of making my legs not ideal. Yeah, actually, Hudson, I'm sorry. You gotta get up. I think I'm about to have to amputate. Oh, buddy. Ah, I'm fine. Here, go sit in the other chair. Alright. Cat has been disposed of, I'm afraid. Yeah, I was really hoping, I was really hoping that, at the very least, I would have the small comfort of it not getting even worse when you're inside. But no, I don't think so. The load, yeah. There's a couple maps that are just missing their textures. Even with ultimate endgame pockets, it still is hard. Yeah. Yeah, this would be completely untenable if I had not switched to the pocket maxing lifestyle. Just take the opportunity to get my gear set back up. I mean, it's kind of neat though, like having a having a map that's so godforsaken and fucked up that you have to just leave once in a while to catch your breath before you go back in. Like the implementation is not perhaps very elegant, but I kind of like the vibe of it in a certain way. All right, once more run to the breach. And I'm a little worried, like, we're kind of at the point where I can still survive if I, just leave once in a while and, dip in and out and all that, but I'm concerned that it's going to continue ramping up. And we're really gonna have an issue. But only way to find out is to try. Oh. There's a guy there, I swear. I just have to take my word for it. Oh, there's another guy. Jesus. There's quite a few more guys. I thought I killed you all. Okay, I need to go back. I'm gonna die. Oh god, I'm very close to death. Ah! Stop. My brain. Ow. Holy. In fact, let me just... I wish I knew what it was that actually made the damage go up. It might be just like I don't know if it's going to get continuously worse as I get closer, or maybe it's just like proximity to the Brain Scorcher itself. In which case, you know, because this is kind of a vertically oriented map, it could kind of go up and down as I go around the floors. I'm not sure. Okay. Oh. Item. Nice. I want to sit down in this room for a second here and take some measurements, though. See how bad it really is. It's clearly... I'm quite convinced at this point that it's definitely worse. I think you'll agree, but I wonder how much worse. And in what way exactly. Okay, I might die here, but I just want to see. It took me from like... Okay, well it's doing at least 37% in a single tick. Jesus fucking Christ. Hi, Parshi. Good to see you. I'm in hell. Oh, yeah, so that's 37% minimum, and, you know, probably a bit over that. That's frightening. Okay, this is highly illegal. I just want to check something. I'm curious. Forgive me. Where exactly is... I want to see where this room is in relation to the Brain Scorcher. Okay. So this is the room of ultimate fuckedness. And if I go straight down, this is... Oh, this is directly above the device. Okay. That explains why this is so bad. So it must be a just like linear distance check from the Brain Scorcher device. Okay, that makes me feel a little better. So I believe once I actually make it through this room, the damage should go down again. That's a relief. At least I hope that's how it works. So I really just want to kill all these guys as fast as I can and just run through and get out the other side. But it seems like this is, you know, I mean, it's directly above, but obviously that's not the same as, like, being right next to it, so... Once I actually get into that room, it will probably be even worse than this, by at least a bit. But that does mean that it's not going to get a ton worse than that is, and I mean, that's pretty fucking bad, but in small doses I can tolerate it, so. I feel like my confidence has been increased a little bit. Not a lot, but a little. Oh. Hello, Hudson, you're back. Would you like to sit on me in a slightly different way? Yes, he would, of course. Alright, I've had a chance to recover my circulation, so go ahead, cat, do your worst. Oh, I might even get a quick save. Oh my god, I got a quick save. Amazing. What a lucky young man I am. Okay. Here we go again. So yeah, like the very middle of that room is like probably as bad as it's gonna get until I get to the very end. So if I could, I would love to like wait back here as far away as I can get and clear all the guys out and then just run through it as fast as possible. Okay. I think I might have killed everyone in there. I'm not sure. But let me just go back and recover again. And then I'll see if I can actually run through there. Of course, the problem is, once I get on the other side of that room, I can start, you know, getting away from the zone again, but only by pushing further forward. So I'm not going to want to go back, but I'm not really going to want to go forward that fast either. It's a little bit worrisome. Oh, hey, you know, I can actually put one of these in my pocket. Cool. Ah, okay. I don't really need the medkits too much, honestly. I'm not taking that much real damage. Okay. Let's go back. I'm gonna try and push through this time. Chugging meds as required. Go ahead and take one now. Those meds are quite powerful, it seems. Okay. Right here is probably like the worst spot. So now I really want to get away quickly. Fortunately, the kind of geometry of the situation is not great for me. Nice, hit it. Okay. I am very irradiated, but I'm okay with that. I really don't want to go this direction. It's kind of taking me back towards it. Okay, well now I do need a medkit. Very convenient of them to put a radiation zone right here too. Okay, if I can make it... Oh, Hudson, please don't interrupt right now, I'm busy. Oh god, I've been punched! God damn it! He ran up and punched me in the face. Tragic. Okay, but no, this is good, because once I can break through into that room, then that'll take me right back near the entrance, so quite far away from the device. So I can use that as kind of a, you know, air pocket in a way. Just have to actually get there, that's all. Okay, I'll keep one of those on, one medkit for emergencies. I could also, I could abuse, you can see there's kind of a grace period when you first spawn in where you don't take any side damage yet. So if I was a real shitter, I could just, you know, keep loading saves. Oh, good lord. I could just load saves and then, you know, kind of scam my way through it, making quick saves over and over and abusing the grace period. I'm not going to do that. But I wouldn't blame you too much if you did. You know, live your life. It is nice though. Not I'm gonna say I'm not gonna take advantage of it on purpose. But I am going to take advantage of it when it presents itself to me. You know, call me a cheater. In fact, I can even, well, actually, you know, I probably shouldn't have even thought of that, because now it's going to be on my mind, and now I might kind of do it subconsciously. Oh no, what have I done? I've ruined my own gameplay experience. They punched me again. I hate these people. Was it worth it, dickhead? I don't know if I even got my gun back. He might have stolen it. I did get it back, okay. Oh dear. Gotta go, gotta go, gotta go. Okay. This exosuit really is kind of hard carrying me. Okay, this is dumb, but I'm just gonna go in here. Like, you know. I am 100% relying on exo power at this moment. Please don't punch me again. I'm delicate, and I will cry. Alright, just get me out of here. Okay. Okay. Safe and sound, kind of. Not really, but kind of. Ah, hello, mighty SDS. A TKGP stream, never thought you'd catch one? Well, you picked a good one to catch. I am experiencing agony. Let me just momentarily slap this on to get my blood back in my body. Okay. Alright, well, let me take the opportunity to set myself back up as well. Considering the constant blur, it's like fate of the ocular damage. Yeah. Yes, we are in the psi zone. Finally, a brain scorcher that actually scorches your brain. Who would have thunk it? The U. Oh, is this your first time seeing Fate of the Zone? Yeah, it's quite it's quite something. This is all customizable, by the way. This beautiful grid only exists because I laid it out that way. Please appreciate my art. And if you're not aware, I'm hiding in the corner here because psi damage is over there, and I want to be away from it. You've seen quite a few mods in your day, but flowcharts wasn't part of it. Yeah, well, I'll give you a very brief overview. You've got your usual kind of like helmet, suit, and extra vest thing, but depending on what kind of gear you're wearing, you get different pockets over in this screen. And then you can also attach additional pockets on top of your vests and stuff to have even more pockets. And each of the pockets has a different shape, which determines what kind of items can go in it, and a different volume capacity. So, these are not all the same size, and they don't all fit the same things, and they're all customized and so on. It's pretty fucked up. I agree. Yeah, so these lines, they show you physically where on your body each pocket is, which is completely useless information, and you can't turn them off. But you know, whatever. I really wish you could. It's quite silly. It's definitely one of those, you figured out whether you could, but you didn't think about whether you should. But that describes a lot of this mod, I would say. So, par for the course. All right. Got myself all loaded back up. Let me eat this battery. I'd actually love to quick save here if I could. Let me give it a minute and see if I can get a quick save out of this. I could also just run back and go all the way to the entrance and quick save there. Or, auto save there. Also, there's an artifact around here somewhere. I'm sure it'll be super cool and valuable. Special tab for pills and pork fat. Yeah, you've got to... You can look at everything, but this is quite useless generally, so... I like the filters. Very convenient. Okay, let me just I can't save as long as I'm being hit for side damage. So I'm just gonna run. Oh, hello. Oh, hello. Jeepers. Oh, hello. Suddenly there's all these dudes in here. So I'm gonna run all the way back. And try to not die. There's an anomaly here. Trust me. There it is. Oh my god, I can actually see for half a second. LeMayo. Okay. Let's get our save updated. In order to load weapons, player must sit here for 3 days and load each pawn at a time. Oh, if you think this was bad, I don't know if you've been around when I've been loading any of the PKP belts. Not only are they, they hold more bullet, of course, but the animation is longer, so loading each cartridge in a belt takes like 1.5 times as long or something as these magazines do. I do have a PKP, but I only bring it out for special occasions because it kind of sucks to use. NLC comes to mind. That was too realistic. Yeah, NLC. I feel like this mod and NLC are very much kindred spirits in terms of just being extremely excessive in their simulation-iness. But I mean, the magazine loading thing in particular is actually in quite a few mods. All right. Was there like a guy? Huh. When I ran out here, there was an extra guy in this room, but now he's not here. Maybe he went back. Oh, yeah. Am I... Okay, I got him. Good lord. It's so hard to tell what I'm shooting at. Okay. Ow, my brain. Ugh. Okay. Alright, I think I killed all the bonus dudes. Let me... Well, I was gonna back up and recover, but there's no real need to. Just, again, try to get through here immediately. Bro, I'm in a hurry. Please fuck off. Oh my god. Well, I guess this is the kind of special occasion that dictates the use of the PKP. Okay, there we go. Holy moly. Here we are back in my comfy corner. Oh, here. Well, since I burned a few rounds there, let me just show you the belt reloading animation. I'd hate for you to miss it. Ah. Now you just have to do this 200 times to load one belt. Delicious. There. Oh no. So I didn't even finish loading it, I just ran out of ammo. Oh well. Is there oh, there's some artifacts back there. Do I care though? Kind of, but probably not that much. Unfortunately, I'm right underneath a couple of... Good lord, this is bad. I'm right underneath a couple of radiation zones. It's kind of unfortunate. I think the brain damage is holding steady, at least. Just barely. Oh, does the command not work? One second. That command is supposed to work, but maybe I fucked it up. Pardon me, I just wanna... get out of the immediate fucko zone here. There we go. Good lord. Okay. Where do I... Is there even anywhere I can just hang out in here? Probably not. Good enough. Where can you nab this mod and what does it need? Yes, it is for Shadow Chernobyl. Let me... I thought I had that command. Huh. I must have busted something at some point. I can just get you the link, though. But to your question, was the ModDB version latest? No, I believe the ModDB version is a bit behind. For the latest, you will have to visit... Here it is. Let's see. Oh, is Nightbot? No, Nightbot's here. Huh. I don't know. Well, anyways, there's the link. Maybe Nightbot's just having a bad day. I'm not sure. Yeah, so you can get the latest version there. There's no... I'm just using a translation I ran myself, but I don't believe there's any real actual translation for the latest version. Unfortunately. AMK team was the dev. No, AMK forums are just kind of a general mod forums. It's not related to the actual AMK project. They've got, if you poke around on the forums there, they've got threads for a bunch of different mods. No, this is the product of the brilliant mind known as Xander Driver. Hudson, you look like you're about to jump on the table, and if you are, I'm gonna smack you on the butt. Alright. You asked for it, bucko. Please, go away. I could tell when you're thinking naughty thoughts, Hudson. You're so obvious. The cat has been smacked. Don't worry, he's into it. Huh. But yeah, this is just a one-man show by Xander Driver. I don't think anybody else is really involved. He's truly one of the great visionaries of our time. Dude has a Wesker GIF as a profile photo. It says everything you need to know. Yeah, I feel like it really does. If you translate the description there, you'll see that like in the first 4 sentences he says like 3 different ways that you probably won't like the mod. So it really gives you an immediate inclination of what kind of mod it is. And he's not wrong. Oh, you know, I've run out of AK ammo too, which is fine because we're almost at the end here, but good time for it, I guess. All right. Nothing else, you got to appreciate the dedication to a vision. It might not be a good vision, but he's sticking to it. Yeah, I agree. I respect Xander Driver. You know, I'm not sure I'm convinced that this is a good mod by any objective standard, but you know, it's unique. And that's always what I look for in a mod. I don't care if your mod sucks. I just care if you're doing something that other people aren't. If you are, then I'll be proud of you. Even if I hate it. And I don't even hate this mod. I actually kind of like it. Despite myself. But yeah. Dude has a concept. And he is committed to it. And for that, I commend him. Can I kill this guy? Good lord. It's hard to even tell when you've killed somebody sometimes. Okay, so we're heading straight for the Brain Scorcher right now, so the side damage is just gonna ramp up and up. And it's about to get real bad here. Is there a guy in here? Oh yeah, right there. Hello. Hello. Okay. That's the last one. Oh wait. Oh. Huh. So it looks like the side damage ramps up the closer you get to this room, but then once you're actually inside it, it drops down to 0. Huh. That's pretty cute, actually. Now the question is, does this lever actually work? I mean, it flips, but did that turn off the side damage? If it did, then I will say this mod is objectively good. If it didn't, I will retain my prior opinion. Ow. Alright, buckaroo. I don't think so, Tim. But would you look at that? It actually did it. It actually turned off the side damage. That's crazy. Alright, well that settles it. Fate of the Zone, greatest mod that's ever been made. I'm actually quite shocked. Because there's every other place I've been in this mod, it has not had anything at all that was like set up to, you know, do something like that. Every other map has been like it was completely forgotten, but I guess this is the one place in the game that he actually got to and made it do something. So, pretty cool. Good job, Xander Driver. Finally, real content. This guy looks kind of funny too, doesn't he? He's not a standard guy. Huh. Actually, I don't know if pulling the lever did anything. Maybe it was shooting this guy that did it. I don't know. Unfortunately, I can't like see his name or anything, so I have no idea who this guy is, but he must be important. He's got an actual face and a cool, unique outfit. So, hooray. Wow, I did it! Chat, I did it. I beat Fate of the Zone. In a manner of speaking, I think. Cool. Well, that's honestly that's a much better conclusion than I could have even asked for. I was expecting to just get in here and, you know, maybe the lever be pullable but not actually do anything. And then just have to leave in disgrace, but no, it even did something. There's not usually anything in here. Yeah. So that's it? No CNPP? Oh no, I've already done CNPP. I determined that this was going to be harder, so I left this for the very end. But yeah, there's no storyline at all in this mod. It's free play. So, in fact, I would say the Brain Scorcher here was more fleshed out and interactive than CNPP was, because when I went there, you know, the Wish Granter was just missing, and none of the doors to the secret ending worked. I had to cheat them open with, you know, throwing a gun in it and all that stuff. So that's why I was expecting the same here, because, you know, nothing was set up there, or I've been to all the labs and stuff, and none of them work or do anything, except for this one. So it's a good thing I decided to do it right at the end, or I would have missed out on the singular piece of real content that this mod has, apparently. I wonder how many human beings in this universe have played Fate of the Zone far enough to get into the Brain Scorcher and turn it off. Probably very, very, very few, I would say. And now I too am a member of that elite company. Very cool. Creator stopped at garbage. No, I can actually tell you exactly where he stopped. He stopped in swamps. He didn't even get to garbage. There's this mechanic. There's this mechanic where you can find these PDAs off of enemies, and you can take them to a hacker, and he can hack them and give you a stash marker sometimes. And this feature is almost completely useless because any PDA you find anywhere in the game, you can pick them up, but they will just always fail. You will never get anything out of it, except for ones from Predbanek and from swamps. That's it. So these are basically the two maps that he bothered to do anything in a certain sense. And there's also some stuff like NPCs have like some custom dialogue and questions you can ask them and stuff, and that only works right down here and nowhere else. So yeah, this mod's got like maybe two or perhaps three maps that are really had anything done with them. Well, and I guess four if you count the Brain Scorcher here. I mean, it's hard to measure exactly like that. It's a bit inconsistent, but there are a lot of features of this mod that only work in like Predbanek and swamps. So just the way it is, I guess. Oh my god. I found a wrench. It was all worth it. Dalchan also. Oh yeah. No, yeah, I played Dalchan, so I remember how magnificently unfinished that one was too. Yeah, I did a bunch of in order to play as much Dalchan as I could, I did a bunch of like, going into the files and trying to fix stuff and manually giving myself items that weren't actually obtainable and stuff to try to do everything I possibly could. But even if you fix every little thing that's broken and skip past some stuff in Dalchan, eventually you get to a part where the NPC just explicitly tells you, this is the end of the mod for now because it's not finished. So that's nice. I liked some of Dalchan, but also I didn't really like that part where a lot of it just doesn't work. And there's for those who are not familiar with Dalchan, there's just like a random side quest in the very first zone. Just like some little task an NPC has for you, and it seems completely insignificant. But then, if you, for instance, fail the quest and continue playing the game, it doesn't seem like anything bad has happened. But, some dozens of hours later, when you get to a certain part in the main storyline, if you had failed that quest in the very first map, then you just get stuck and there's nothing you can do, and it doesn't even tell you why. It's so cool. God, I hate Dalchan. I mean, I also kind of like it, but Dalchan and I have a complicated relationship, let's say. I guess now that the side image is turned off, I can take all these things off. Cool. Amazing. I have effected real, meaningful change upon the world. That's so crazy. I'm pogging right now. Which quest was it? I don't recall all the specifics, but it was a quest where, like, you have to guide some NPC over somewhere, and when you show up, like, a bunch of boars spawn. You know, just like a bunch of little mutants, and you have to try to kill them. And if they kill the guy and you think, oh, well, you know, just a side quest, I'll keep playing anyways, then you just get fucked later. Very cool gameplay. Okay, oh, well, I don't really need to worry about this too much, but just want to get things set up a little bit more how I want them. That'll do, I think. Oh, I don't need these pills either. How convenient. Was it in Dark Valley? No, it was in Cordon, pretty sure. I'm not sure if you have to do the side quest at all, so you might be able to just, you know, like if you didn't do it, you might also be fine. But if you do it and fail it and let the guy die, because it's just like the NPC is used for some quest later. So if he's dead, it just doesn't work. Okay, nothing in there. Just checking. But yeah, there's a whole like, it's possible that you didn't even see it, but like there's a whole kind of secret second story involving the actual dolls of Dalchen. I don't know if you ran into that or not. It's very missable. Oh, but with my knowledge, did I ever think about actually making a mod myself? I actually did. Well, I've made a bunch of like little mods, just little funny add-ons and stuff. But I did work on a big mod for a while, a very long time ago, called Zone of Alienation, with our dear friend Fatal Funnel. We were kind of co-devs on that for a time. You know, 15 years ago or something. Fuck, I'm old. But yeah, so I did kind of. I mean, it wasn't my mod, it was his mod, but I was pretty heavily involved with it for a while there. That was honestly working on Zone of Alienation was what got me into modding. Period. I think the very reason that I modded anything at all was because I just saw Fatal Funnel posting about something that he was trying to do or wanted to do or whatever. And I was like, huh, I wonder if I can do that. So I went and tried to do it. And that was the first time I modded anything. At least as far as I recall it. A formative experience, truly. Hello. Remember that one never actually tried it? Yeah, I'm not sure it was, well, you know. I'm not sure it was, it had some interesting bits to it, but also a lot of problems. It's a bit, unfortunately, I think the latest version of it was kind of in a bad state, you know, we kind of just stopped working on it at some point, and if you go play the latest update now, I don't think it's even possible to beat the game. I think there's some game-breaking bug that happens at some point. I don't recall exactly, so It's a bit of a mess, but I had a wonderful time working on it back then. Good memories. And that's what made me into the degenerate that I am today. If it doesn't work, you don't think you want to try it? Yeah, honestly, I would not say that Zone of Alienation is really a must-play at this point. It was very much a mod of its time, and the state it ended up in was not ideal, so... I don't think anybody needs to play Zone of Alienation, really, but, you know, I had a good time working on it. And people liked it back in the day, so that's enough for me. And that mod also had the manual magazine reloading mechanic that you see in this mod, so if you're into that type of bullshit, there you go. You remember when we did those dev streams? Yeah, I did do a few streams back in the day of like playtesting it and stuff. Long time ago. Oh, look, I got a generator. This is a purple. The epic loot. Wow, epic loot. This one is not actually very good for an epic loot, but still. It's cool, I guess. Wowee, I love epic loot. Okay, well, chat, I did it. I completed the final map in the game. I have now done, at least to a very decent approximation, everything notable there is to do in this mod. Other than collect every artifact, which I'm not going to do. So I think, well, maybe this will be a bit of a shorter stream today. Only been going for 2 hours. We're going to go back to the bar and, you know, take stock of things one last time, but I think at long last, I believe I've been playing this mod for probably coming up on 200 hours or so. I'll need to do a final tally. But what a journey it's been. Holy moly. If I start taking side damage out here, I'm going to scream. There's a little warm-up period, so I'll just check if I need to freak out or not. No, I think it really did work. That's crazy. Interactive gameplay feature in my Fate of the Zone mod? It's more likely than you think. You can see the sparks coming out. That's because these shotguns cannot penetrate my powerful armor. Uh-oh. Ow. Oh. Wow. Sometimes it even looks like I know how to aim a gun. It's crazy. Nice smoke grenade, idiot. Stop blowing me up. It's toxic. Bruh. You're sorry, how many hours? Yeah, so I streamed this mod once a very long time ago for something like 45 hours in total before I dropped it at the time. So, let's round up and just say 50 hours. And then more recently, I started this playthrough that I'm on now. And I don't have an exact count. I haven't really been keeping track. I'll need to add it all up. I've been kind of slacking on getting the VODs up on the YouTube channel, but so I'm not sure exactly how long it's been, but tend to do very long streams when I'm doing this mod, so I believe I've probably been playing for something like 150 hours on this second playthrough. Are you nice? No. So add that to the 50 from the first playthrough, and I think around about 200 hours total. Maybe a bit more or less. I just like Fate of the Zone, okay? I'm stupid. No wonder I mapped out dog migration patterns in Vanilla Sock. No, that wasn't me. That was Tejas Stalker. Our dearly beloved Tejas Stalker. I would never take credit for that beautiful man's accomplishments. Oh god, I wish. I wish I was as cool as Tejas Stalker. We should all strive to be a little bit more like Tejas Stalker. Well, don't apologize to me. I mean, I'm very flattered to be compared to the man himself. I'm sorry that I must disappoint you. I am not he. Regrettably. Hey, buddy. What's up? Eep. Uh-oh. I really don't have very much to worry about here with how wacky my setup is, but I should at least pretend to be a little bit scared. It makes it more fun. It's good for content. Well, this place is a lot more relaxing when there's not constant brain scorching going on. I appreciate that. My reputation decreased. Oh no, chat. Chat, my reputation decreased. I'll tell you why. It's because I looted this corpse while this guy was looking at me. So tragically, I now have lower reputation with monolithians. Oh no. What am I gonna do? Gonna take a break back at 10 to 15. Alright. Have a nice break. Yes, I will certainly still be going by then. Undoubtedly. Hmm. It's funny, there's not really... Oh. Okay. It seems like there's not any anomaly spawns back here. It's kind of weird. Okay. It's PKP time. What is this guy doing? Oh, he's trying to heal himself. Oh my god. How immersive. What you up to, big guy? Sorry. How dramatic. There we go. LaMayo. Okay, you know, I could go around and loot all these guys that I killed, but do I really need to? I mean, really, I don't need anything at this point. I've peaked. I might as well just leave. This is quite, I really like this interaction with the Brain Scorcher and stuff. I think maybe it's tuned a little high, because it's, like, the only reason I could even plausibly get in there at all was because of this ridiculous endgame setup I've got, so I don't feel like it would have ever been a good idea to do this any sooner than I just did, but I do really like that once you actually go through it, then it turns radar into this pretty cool, comfy spot. And like now I could actually use radar as a way to like get up to Pripyat and stuff without it being so godforsaken every time. Of course, it's a little late for that at this point, because I've already done everything I wanted to, but hypothetically, if it were maybe not such a gigantic piece of shit to do that, then it might make sense to do it earlier on in the playthrough. Kind of open up a new route for yourself. In practice, I don't feel like that's a good idea, but it is at least an idea. I really have no qualms about being efficient at this point, so I might as well just go gamer mode. Might as well. But yeah, I guess I was in there long enough that everybody out here respawned. That's nice. Extremely confused and floating zombies, yeah. They're just doing their thing. None of my business, really. Thank you, zombies. I would normally never play like this. I'm wasting so much money on this ammo, but I've got nothing to lose at this point. Might as well go out with a kaboom. Hello, Violet. How's the stream going? Oh, quite well, actually. I've just achieved everything I could have ever dreamed of. So in fact, the stream is close to ending. Oh no. Just as soon as I get back out of here. And spend, you know, another hour or so admiring my collection of JPEGs back at the bar. I am the hipfire king. Oh, please don't crash. I'll cry. Thank you. You missed most of the stream. Well, that's alright. That's alright. Just more of the usual, really. Look at him sliding around. He's so fast. You really get the wrong impression of what kind of mod this is from this gameplay. I swear it's not usually like this. Well, this is what, you know, this is what 200 hours of Fate of the Zone will get you, I guess. You know, it's like those YouTube videos that are like, I spent 100 days in this hardcore Minecraft world. That's basically me, but with Fate of the Zone. You know, noob versus pro, Fate of the Zone edition. I am indeed the level 99 boss at this point. And it feels so right. At least until my suit breaks. And then I am nothing. Zombie one-shotting NPCs and zombies just eat up lead. Yeah, zombies, you really gotta shoot them in the face, and that's about it. Which I think is okay for zombies. I just wish they didn't slide around so fast. So the buzz only pistons. I forget what that means. But I agree, probably. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. I'm in trouble. Oh god. I'm just gonna keep holding forward. Oh, is that a... Hey, look, it's a librarian. Or a komsomol, if you prefer. Ow! Oh god, he slapped me. I'm sorry. Just being chased by a pack of wolves. Don't mind me. Fate of the Zone fucked up. Well, amen to that. It really do be that way. Whoa. Oh god, what was that buzzing noise? Spooky. I should switch my artifact setup back to goldfishes, but ideally, if I just run through here without getting hit, then it doesn't matter. so I'll just do that. Need to not stop to admire the librarian this time. My bed is going from green to slightly yellowish green. Gotta find the hay. Yeah, don't worry. I'll take a nice nap once I get back to the bar. It's just through this infinite void. Don't worry. I mean, well, yeah, you know, it's Buildo maps. You get what you pay for, really. Buildo be like. Alright. One last run through the Skladly. Oh god, it's gonna be as pleasant as it usually is, I can see. Build maps? Yeah, this mod has a bunch of... It's got like most of the Buildo maps, all of the maps from the other games, and then the usual complement of horrific soup cave maps. Plus a few odds and ends. Was that a Chimera? I think that was just a weird looking snork. I don't think Chimeras spawn this far south, and thank heavens for that. Chimeras are the most demonic creatures in the universe in this mod. They're like impossible to kill, and they will just one-shot you even in the strongest armor unless you have a full setup of goldfish and stuff. And then they'll just, you know, almost one-shot you instead. And they run faster than you, and they can jump across, you know, half the map at any point whenever they feel like it. I hate chimeras so much. Bane of my existence. Oh, and for some reason they don't make any noise when they're chasing you. So you could just have a couple of chimeras on your trail and have no idea. And they tend to spawn in packs of like 6 up in the northern maps. So yeah, it's pretty cool, I would say. 6, yeah, it's 6 is a bit on the high end, but yeah, it's very common to have 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 chasing after you when you're up there, along with all the giant mutated bears and things like that, of course. But the chimeras are definitely the worst of them. Peak slot. Well, you know one thing this mod does not have is it does not have those reborn spiders in it. Kind of a missed opportunity there. No screeching, skittering spiders. It does have those weird fish creature things. I've only seen them a single time in Jupiter, so they seem to be very rare, but they are in here. Which is nice, I guess. Does it have the translucent zombies? I believe it does, yeah. It's got a bunch of different zombie models. I think including Those phantoms or whatever they're called. Oh, I picked up a Scar H from one of those zombies. Neat. You don't typically get weapon drops from enemies. They usually just disintegrate into scraps like this. It seems like zombies in particular have a decent chance to actually drop their gun. So that's cool. Not that it really matters at this point, but I'll add it to my collection. Naked torso headless zombies from OLR. I don't believe it has those, actually. It's got those, like, lab coat zombies that you see often. And some other stuff. I think it even has the babushka zombies. No, I know what you mean. I just forget what they were called. I don't think phantom is the right word, but yeah, I know what you mean. The civilian zombies just with a weird renderer and more health. A classic. The babushka. Oh yeah, you haven't seen those? There's some like grandma looking zombies that are in a number of mods, including this one. And they make grandma noises. It's quite cute actually. I like those. I don't know why I'm bothering sorting out my inventory when, you know, I'm about to stop playing this mod, but I'm sorry, I have brain issues. I can't not. Here's my collection of magazines, which I will never use, but I won't get rid of either, of course. You know how it is. Here's my collection of other garbage. Oh, in fact, I think I have a few knives to donate to the knife coalition over here. I collected one of every different type of knife I found, just for funnies. Okay, these I already have, so I always like to donate my spare knives to these guys. Go ahead. There we go. Okay. Another few knives for the boys. Here, you can have a kettle as well if you'd like it. There you go. Kettle acquired. You know, if it's more fucked up than bandit fleshes from whatever that mod was, where the lore was that bandits copulate. I don't actually know that mod, STS. You sure? You sure that's a real thing? No, I'd believe it. I don't think I played that one though. Or if I did, I perhaps blocked it out of my memory. Oh, I got a new kind of power supply. It's cute. I oh. What a what a fitting ending to Fate of the Zone. Of course. Of course. Sorry, I didn't mean to click on that broken item. Forgive me. 1 second. This is the thing with this mod. You really want to just kind of quick save, like, even if you're in complete safety, just managing your inventory. You should probably quick save frequently anyways, because you never know when something's going to happen. Not even the bar is safe. Oh, I see SDS. That maybe rings a bell. I'm not sure. I've definitely played plenty of mods that give fleshes funny voices. I don't know if I've played any mods that justified it in lore that way. In this mod, I don't think flesh make funny noises, although they might. But cats have human voice lines, and that's official lore, by the way. So very appropriate. I don't think it was for that reason, though. I think they just learned how to do it. Because they're very clever kitties. Trying to stay awake, but bed looks so comfy. Well, Violet. It is, what, 9 o'clock? When did you get up, like, have you been up all night again? Do I want to know the answer to that? It's probably yes. But perhaps it is about time. Although if you can hold on for probably not too much longer, I'm going to be done here anyways. You woke up like, oh, well, 6 a.m. I mean, by your standards, 6 a.m. is pretty good. Still. Understandable that you'd be a little bit eepers by now. What time zones? I am Eastern Standard. The only true time zone. So it's just about 5 o'clock right now. American. Oh, you couldn't tell from the accent and everything. Yeehaw! God bless America. God bless these United States. Raven sounded quite American and he was like from Serbia. Oh, well, fair enough. Fair enough. Okay, let me do a few things here and then quick save so I don't crash again. Knives, kettle. I know exactly why I crashed there, so I will avoid it momentarily, and then probably do it again as a joke. Teehee XD. Oh, and for those of you who might not have seen it yet, here's my collection of JPEGs. I hope you like it. I don't think I have anything new to add to it. No, I didn't find anything exciting on that trip. Pretty cool, though. Okay, let me see. I want to give this guy all of my garbage. I'm gonna fully, repair and reload and get everything set up as if I'm gonna keep playing this mod, and then I'm gonna stop playing it. You may ask yourself, why? And I can't answer you. It just feels right, okay? I can't possibly, end this mod of all mods with some kind of exciting finale. I have to end it with what most of it is, which is just looking at inventory menus. It feels fitting, you know? And that means I get to load these magazines again. One last time, savor this, chat. The last magazine reloads of Fate of the Zone. At least for now, maybe I'll play this mod for a third time in 2035 or whatever. God, I hope not. If you ever catch me starting up a third playthrough of this mod, please call an ambulance or the police or something. Clearly, I need help. That must be sunset, right? Well, yeah, of course, I've been out all day. It's definitely not sunrise unless it was nighttime while I was in the Brain Scorcher, which I don't think so. kind of a kind of a very metaphorically fitting way to end the playthrough, isn't it? With the sun setting. Get it? It's like I planned everything. Hmm. I would, actually, here, oh, while this plays out, I'm gonna just pull up. I'm gonna try and get a rough estimate of how long I've been playing this mod. Although I've got the VODs kind of spread out a bit, so it might not be that easy to tell. Actually, yeah, it won't be that easy to tell. Oh well. Let's see, we're gonna be about 3 hours today. And I've got another one here that's 6.5. That's 9.5. There's another 6.5, so we'll just call that 13, 16. We'll call that 16 total. I love doing math live on stream. It's actually kind of hard to tell which all of these are even Fate of the Zone streams. Just looking at thumbnails right now. Oh, that's one for sure. It's 14.5, maybe like 15, let's say, total. Then if I go look at my other folder, I've got another 8-hour stream. Okay, that's 23 there. Another 8-hour stream plus a bit. So that's 31, let's say 32 by then. So a 7-hour stream, let's call that 39. Oh, here's some more in here. Oh, only 2 hours, really. It's a short one. Or was that a different mod? I'm not sure. Actually, okay, never mind. I've concluded that I'm not going to be able to count all this up in my head. But anyways, let's say at least 100 hours and some amount more than that. Plus the first playthrough. Whatever that was. Very high quality estimation. I need to just like get all the VODs actually cropped and uploaded, and then I'll count it up at the end. Okay. Batteries. I've got my magazines loaded. I've got my guns loaded. Let me, okay. I don't need to get too obsessive about this. I was gonna like get my old artifact set up. Whatever. It doesn't matter. Chill out, streamer. It doesn't matter. It's not that important. The time is now 7:22. I'm gonna go... Is there anything else? Is there anything else I want to do in this mod before I quit playing it forever? Oh yeah, I want to make it crash again. That would be funny. I noticed this. You could see this item. Yeah, in the Brain Scorcher there. In the Brain Scorcher, I noticed I was picking up a few items that had a very strange icon. So I was gonna check those out when I got back to the bar, but I guess I can't really check them out in any substantial way. I don't know if I might not be able to get these out of my inventory, because, like, if I click on them to try to move them, I'm gonna crash. That really is a fitting way to send off this mod, isn't it? Although I might be able to drop them. Let me see. So it's this thing right here. I don't want to hover on it for too long, but this is one item. Oh no, I can't. I can't drop it just hovering over it, so I don't think there's any way to get this out of my inventory. Which is maybe if I right click. No, okay. Yeah, so I'm just stuck. Whatever this is, I'm stuck carrying it forever. I don't think there's any way I can get rid of it. That's so funny. I love this mod. It's so bad. I'm trying to think if there's any no, I can't do anything with it without clicking on it, and clicking on it will crash the game, so. I just got kind of a permanent cognito hazard in my backpack from now on. Yeah, it's a good thing I only picked these up right at the end, not any sooner, or that could have been kind of annoying. Let's put all the let's put all the stuff that I at least can actually click on where it belongs. Oh, I know. What better way to finish a mod than getting absolutely shit-faced on moonshine? That'll be the way. Alright. Goodbye, bar. It's been horrible. Goodbye, JPEGs. I'll never forget you. Oh yeah, okay, final tally. Final tally here, I think it's still at 81. Yeah, or 84. They found 84 unique artifacts out of 141. Which is still missing a lot, but I assure you I did my best. I visited every map. I made my way to the very bottom of all the underground ones. At least as far as I know. I don't think I missed anything. Actually, there is one map. Now that I think about it, I didn't I'm not gonna do anything about this, but there is one map that I never got to, and that was Hospital, because Limansk here just goes straight to Jupiter. It looks like Jupiter is supposed to go to Hospital and then to Limansk, but they don't actually connect. You just go straight from here to here. So I don't believe there's any way to get to Hospital. Or if there is, it's something extremely esoteric. But I think a lot of the level changes in this mod are just wrong. Like, going out one corner, there's like 2 level changes that are supposed to connect, but like two of them are linked to the same one and the other one, I don't know. There's a lot of bad level changes in this mod, so I don't think this is like a secret. I think this is just a mistake. And it's probably not possible to get here, but I never got here. So technically there is still hypothetically a map. You know, very, very technical, very hypothetical. There is one place I never got to, but I don't think there's any way to get to it without, you know, cheating. And me cheat in a video game? I would never. So, I got my big cool exoskeleton. I got my 200,000 pockets. I got my PKP. I even got, although I didn't wind up using it very much, but I'm proud to have obtained it. I got a Barrett, not a Fitty Cal, but pretty close. I did, you know, hypothetically, I'm saying hypothetically a lot. In terms of things that are left to actually do in this mod, if I cared to do so, the things would be A, try to find more of the artifacts, just kind of outside of my control, really. And B, I guess Barkeep doesn't have any, but I think that the true ultimate setup would have to involve one of the Fitty Cal Barretts, but that would just be an insane grind because they're just ridiculously expensive. And I don't think even that useful, really. I think the PKP pretty much does what the Barrett would be doing, but not quite as ridiculously. So I'm declaring it. I'm satisfied. I'm a gamer. I've probably played this mod longer than anybody. I don't know if that's true, but I've definitely played it longer than most people. I am now going to drink 12 bottles of moonshine in a row. And suffer absolutely no ill consequences whatsoever. In fact, it's made me less sleepy. I was going to go to bed after that, but I guess I've got to chase him with some sleeping pills. Surely that's a good idea. Moonshine and sleeping pills. Now I'm going to go to bed. Okay. Good night, Fate of the Zone. It's been a wild one. I feel a bit sentimental all of a sudden. Now I have to, as is tradition, I like to give a little review every time I finish a mod. Uh, I I don't even know what to say about this mod. I played it for like 100 hours, or 150, or maybe 200, depending on the final tally. So I guess I liked it. I I don't think I'll even say too much about this mod. If you've been watching the streams, you know what it's like, and probably how I feel about it. But I will say that, you know, despite anything else, there really is no other mod quite like Fate of the Zone. It's kind of a gigantic piece of shit. It's kind of, you know, it doesn't work half the time, and even when it does work, it is completely obtuse, and you have no idea what's actually going on. And even when it is working, and even when you do figure out what's going on, it's also just kind of horribly designed a lot of the time. But our dear friend Xander Driver, let's take a look at his beautiful profile picture one last time. This fucking guy right here, he really had a concept, he really had an idea, he really had a vibe. And boy howdy did he execute on it, for better and often for worse. So I salute you, Xander Driver. I take off my cool tinted sunglasses to you, my dear friend. If the next version of this mod ever does come out, I will probably play it. I hate to admit that, but I probably will. What a cool guy. But yeah, so should you play this mod? Probably not. honestly. I think you have to have a very particular appetite for garbage to be able to put up with this mod. And I do, but I understand that most people don't, and I don't really think that they should necessarily. And also, there's as far as I know, there's no translation out there for the latest version. So you'd have to play an old version anyways, and that'd be no fun. So yeah, I don't know. I It's hard to know quite what to say about Fate of the Zone. It's such a singular experience, but all I can say is that I don't regret, well, maybe I should regret the time I spent with it, but I don't. I had fun, even though I probably shouldn't have. So, what more can you ask for? What a weird, strange, interesting, horrible, and pretty cool mod. Okay, so I guess that's all I have to say about it. Really, there's no point giving a review at the end because I've just given my, 100-hour review over the course of the playthrough. So if you want to know how I really feel about Sotbuzz only, just watch all of the VODs once I get them up in full and pay attention the entire time. No second screen content. And then you'll truly understand the fate of the zone. Maybe. I don't know. Maybe you will. I sure don't. But yeah, I guess I'm done playing this mod now. I don't know what I'll do with myself. Um, I may I may start streaming some other less godforsaken mods, or I might just go back to not streaming. I don't know. I'm not going to make any promises. It will depend on whether I feel like it or not. And none can say what I will or won't feel like. Who knows? But until then, until next time I see you, thanks for watching, everyone. It's been truly delightful. I know I'm, making a speech as if I'm going off to war or something, but this mod really makes you feel that way sometimes. Forgive me. But yeah, until next time, thanks for watching. I'll see you in the future at some point, probably. Uh, I've never been good at outros, and especially not this one. Anyways, bye.